Imagine going to bed perfectly healthy, to moments later, screaming in pain and never waking up again. A Nightmare on Elm Street is one of the few horror movies that actually scared the shit out of me as a kid. But the scariest part is that it was inspired by a real group of people who literally died in their sleep. No heart attack, no poison, and really no explanation at all. One boy even stayed awake for days, terrified that if he was the next one to go to sleep, he might never wake up. And when he couldn't fight it anymore, his worst fear became his reality. And that boy's true story became the spark for one of the most iconic horror movies of all time. Yeah, Freddy Krueger was real. It started in the 1970s, when Cambodian families were running from a nightmare in real life, the Khmer Rouge genocide.
Tens of thousands of Hmong people were left devastated as Vietnam and Laos became communist countries. Cambodia quickly followed suit under the control of Marxist dictator Pol Pot, the leader of the Khmer Rouge. Concentration camps were established and mass genocide ensued, resulting in 2 million deaths, which was around 21 to 24% of the population.
One day, they caught my daughter eating cucumber while she was weeding cucumber farm. And they tied her to a tree and they were beating her with a club. And I was there because they sent somebody for me. The excruciating pain of a mother that was standing there and was not capable to protect your own daughter. And hearing her screaming out, "Mommy, help me, Mommy, help me."
The Khmer Rouge killed nearly 2 million Cambodians through executions, starvation, and forced labor. The survivors escaped to refugee camps, traumatized, starving, and mentally broken, until they eventually resettled in the United States. But even under the safety of Uncle Sam, the past trauma still followed them. Then something crazy started happening. Healthy young people, almost always men in their teens and 20s, started dying subtly in their sleep. No signs of disease or heart attack, and nobody could figure out what was happening, or why it was only happening to a specific group of refugees.
More than 80 Southeast Asian refugees have died mysteriously in their sleep since the first reported death in 1977. The Hmong refer to this fatal syndrome as the sleeping death or sometimes the nightmare death.
They go to sleep and just die. And by the time the family see it, the person is already died. Never get sick or never get ill.
Healthy man.
Healthy person. So they call it Hmong's sudden death syndrome.
Coroners struggled to pinpoint the cause of the deaths. There was an autopsy which put down the cause of death as acute cardiac insufficiency. That is a fancy way of saying that they didn't know exactly what killed him.
Many of them hadn't even been near each other around the times of their deaths, but every case was the same. Victims would be sleeping and out of nowhere, start screaming, convulsing, and they never wake up. Doctors called it sudden unexpected nocturnal death syndrome, or SUNS. And to this day, scientists debate the cause of it. Some link it to a heart condition known as Brugada syndrome. Others point to extreme PTSD and trauma from the genocide. But the Cambodian people were very superstitious. Many of them believed a dream demon or an evil spirit was coming for them in their sleep. So to them, it wasn't just a medical mystery, it was a curse.
They described attacks by an evil spirit, a nocturnal spirit that was scaring their souls away and causing them to die.
According to Hmong mythology, the Tsog was a nightmare spirit that would kill you in your sleep by crushing you to death. People who have survived the ordeal describe a moment when the sleeper becomes aware of a presence in the room, a feeling of impending evil. The Tsog is thought to target people who have not adequately paid respect to their ancestors, which is a core practice in Hmong culture, and it targets men specifically.
The stories made it to the local newspaper and later to West Craven. This is the particular story that caught his eye. A refugee boy was so terrified of his dreams, he literally did anything he could to not sleep. He stayed awake for days, gulping coffee and secretly hiding caffeine pills from his parents. "If I sleep, I'll die like them." That's what he told his mom and dad. Eventually, he passed out from pure exhaustion. His parents thought everything went back to normal, and they put him in bed. But that night, they heard him screaming. And by the time they got to his room, he was already gone. That's when the legendary horror director, Wes Craven, reads the boy's story in the news and goes, "Wait, what if there is a killer in your dreams?" And that was it. Freddy Krueger was born. A Nightmare on Elm Street was a fictional masterpiece inspired by a real-life tragedy. Survivors of genocide who escaped one nightmare only to face another one. So when you lie down tonight and close your eyes, always remember, tomorrow is not a promise. But that's gonna do it for today's episode. I'm Quality. Make sure y'all like the video and subscribe to the No Lodge, because we will be dropping gems for y'all on a regular basis, alright? Till next time. Peace.